All right, enough of the sob stories. You know where I was at. I was fucked up. I was addicted. I was fucked. But these 7 habits saved my life. And if you can implement one of these 7 habits, seven habits, you can change your life. Just one. And there's 3 in particular as a combination can turn you in to a dead set fucking Super Saiyan. All right, number 1, fasting. Now, fasting equals freedom. A lot of us eat our feelings. We don't want to feel something, so we eat. Now, for me, because I was addicted to so many things, if I could stop eating, which is something that you do regularly, it's a lot easier to say no to these other vices. There's a lot of benefits with fasting. I've mentioned them before, but you can look it up. Not just for weight loss, but it goes on and on and on. It clears your mind, your body, makes you a better vessel for the spirit to come through. That's why monks did it, samurais, geniuses did it. You know, it's an ancient practice. Stop eating your feelings. And also the other thing is when you're hungry, your body screams for food. But then your soul whispers to you. And that's a trip. Your soul literally starts to come through because your body's not busy digesting all this food. And most of us are eating bad food. A lot of chemicals and a lot of processed shit. So get clear and yeah, your mind will open up and your spirit will open up. Trust me. All right, number 2, breath work. To control your breath, you can control your state. To control your state, you can control your life. So breath work taught me to build up the tension and then kind of release with ease. Also, a lot of us are thinking too much and we're not feeling enough. The breath work brings you back into your body and helps you deal, because we have a lot of stored emotion and actually a lot of stored trauma within our cells in our body. So breath work can actually help you free this trauma and free this energy up. And no joke, through breath work, I've had some mystical out-of-body experiences, but mainly with the combination through fasting, breath work, and the next one that I'm going to mention here. So number 3, seed retention. You know, I used to be releasing all the time, and I was releasing my energy, releasing my power. As you know, one sperm can create a whole human being, and we have millions of sperm in our bodies. If you can retain this energy, it's not just about the sperm, but it's about sexual energy. So sexual energy is the most potent energy there is, like hands down, the number 1 energy. So the powers that be, they use this sexual energy against us, but they use it for us to follow lustful ways and lower nature, animalistic urges. When you can transmute this energy into a higher level, you can use it for many things. There's many benefits to the seed retention. You think clearer, your recovery becomes better, your testosterone increases by a massive amount only after 7 days. Now, you can do long periods, you can do short periods, but basically, you just want to conserve this energy to use it for your purpose or your passions or whatever you want to use it for. You don't have to be a complete monk and never bust a nut, but if you can hold it for a period of time and transmute it and use it for the right means, those means will be more productive and you'll get better fruits from your labor. Now, if you can combine the first 3, so fasting, breath work, and seed retention, if you can get these as a combination, this combination is actually what helped me the most. So they're all ancient things that all the mythological stories in any kind of text, in any kind of religion, talks about these three main things. And if you can master these three main things, you become a better vessel for the spirit. Your higher self starts to come through. And a lot of people say, it's like Kundalini awakening kind of thing. That's what they're talking about. The serpent that's in the bottom of your spine. And when you can hold this energy, the energy rises to heaven, which is your head. So, fasting, not eating shit, your body becomes cleansed through the breath work, building up the energy, building up that Kundalini, that serpent energy from your base of your spine up to your head. And then, obviously, because the seed retention is happening there, you have more energy at the base of your spine to take up to your head. So then having a clean body, doing the breath work and then seed retention, I have literally had out-of-body experiences where I have, through breath work and meditation, had experiences where I basically see a kaleidoscope of color behind my eyes. Kaleidoscopes of color, even with eyes open. I've seen visions of myself. I've seen visions of other people. I've seen literal, beings that I can't explain what they are. So beings that I have never seen before in a movie or a cartoon. And communication, and also like feelings of bliss and feelings of joy that are literally not on the emotional scale. Some of these experiences, like basically, it's the essence of tantra. So tantra is holding in your energies and using that energy to take it up your spine for mystical orgasmic experiences. And I have had these mystical orgasmic experiences where I have had literal brain orgasms where, again, I'm seeing colors, I'm seeing visions, I'm feeling my whole body orgasming, just rather than busting the nut for 5 seconds, and that's it. I feel that through my whole fucking body, man, and into my brain. Sometimes these experiences can last for, up to 30 seconds to a minute. Some of them 5 minutes, some of them 15 to 20 minutes. A couple times it's actually lasted for up to 24 hours where this energy was just coursing through my body. And I just had a feeling of bliss for this whole period of time. And unbelievable. So the combination of the three, as I said, number one, fasting, number two, breath work, and number three, seed retention. That is the golden combination. All right, but number four, meditation. So meditation is stillness in the storm, right? We're all at war every day. We're at war with the world. It's a storm. We get up and off we go into the fucking war that we have. So you might be at war with whoever. It could be, just the world. You're at war with the media. You're at war with maybe work. You're at war with your family. There's all this shit coming at you. So meditation is your number one weapon. Like meditation isn't something passive that only monks do for, to be still and shut the world out. You start to become more resilient and see the world for what it is. It's a lot of noise. And once you can sit there and be the observer of all this shit, all this noise, the mental noise that lives within you, and also the noise on the outside of you, you find your center and you can see it for what it is. You can find your strength in the storm. As I said, the stillness in the storm. So a lot of us think meditation is about stopping your thoughts, but it's not about stopping your thoughts. It's about being aware of the thoughts that come at you and go all day long. Also, it helps you, if you can become aware of your own thoughts, you can become aware of the outside world, the circumstances and the people and the problems that are coming to you, and continue to find your center and not let your center be broken by other people's opinions or, circumstances that are happening on the outside, because it's you're trying to hold your center to stay sharp and clear. And that's what meditation can help you do. You don't have to be sitting there with your eyes closed for meditation. You could just walk down the street or listen to music, or even in the gym while you're training, being aware of the thoughts and the feelings that are coming through you. The more you can become aware, the more you can direct them in the right direction that you want them to go. So that's that's number 4, meditation. Number 5 is training, right? Training for me, that was my altar. That was my release. You know, it's not hard for me. I wasn't doing it to look good. Looking good's like a side effect, but it was for me to, push myself, because in the gym, you're in control. So the outside world's going to come at you and push you. But when you put yourself through a workout that you fucking go so hard that you're sweating and you're grunting and you're breathing heavy, and sometimes you might get knocked down to your knees. You put yourself in that state. You pushed yourself. When the world comes at you and people want to talk shit or carry on, you know that you fucking put that workout in and you pushed yourself, to bring yourself to your knees. So you're in control of your vessel. This is your temple. This is your fucking car. This is your jet, whatever you want to call it, your car. You want to make it run. You want to push it to the limit. So when the world starts pushing you, you can push back. I'm not saying be aggressive about it, but you can push back because I'm in control of this. I can push myself. So fuck the world. Fuck the opinions of others. They didn't knock me on my knees this morning when I fucking went through that workout. They got nothing on me. So when you push your body and you're the master of your temple, no one can break that temple. So, what do you want to be? You want to be like a rusty shack that can just get blown in the wind of the circumstances of others and the opinions? Or do you want to be a temple that stands fucking strong? That's what you got to be. You got to build your body and your mind to be a temple that will fucking withstand all the weather, all the storms, all the shit. That's why you push yourself in the gym. Well, that's why I push myself anyway. And as I said, that was my addiction. Once I got free of the shit, the coke, the drugs, the women, the fucking, all the shit, training was my altar and where I had my moments of bliss, And you got to earn the dopamine. We all get cheap thrills, but in the gym, you pay the price and you get to, enjoy the reward after it. You get a great feeling. Your dopamine spikes, hormones in your brain, feel good, Helps with depression, anxiety, everything. It helps you release. All right, so that's number 5, training. Number 6, you got to wake up with intention. A lot of us wake up and straight away, you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, you're checking emails, you're replying to messages from your boss or your girlfriend or your missus. You got to go do this, you got to go do that. You're so straight away, you're dragged by the world. The world is just dragging you out straight away into the shitty circumstances of it. You need to have a moment, and it doesn't have to be long. You need to have a moment of stillness and of clarity. How do I want my day to go today? You need to start to believe and see the scenarios. You've got to build up your state so you're in a good state to attack the world and attack the day, attack life. Because as I said, all the shit's coming at you. The storm's coming at you. The little battles, the wars are coming. So how are you going to be prepared? A soldier has to train before he goes to battle. You've got to get your mind clear and get clarity of the day. Okay, my day's going to go like this. I'm going to be on point today. Fucking oath, that's going to go exactly how I want it to go. I'm running the show today. I'm the king. I'm the pharaoh of this day. Everything goes my way. You've got to start to cultivate this attitude and these feelings in this state. It's like when you get up in the morning, you want to put a cloak on. What kind of cloak are you going to put on to walk out the door? You're going to put a cloak on of a fucking bum that's just fucking, again, in the circumstances of the day, just copping it, dragged around by everyone? Or you're going to put on like a crown and a cloak of a king to say, yeah, today's my day because I'm the king and what I say goes. Everything will go my way. And if it doesn't, and if you're clear, it doesn't really matter because, again, you're the king. Eventually it will go your way, but most of us are so locked in to getting up in the morning and letting it drag us so far. And we're under the pump and we're thinking, oh, fuck, what's going to happen next? Oh, God, am I going to get that in on time? Oh, am I going to be able to do this? Oh, what does he think about this? What does he think about that? Fuck that. Fuck all them. What do you think? Where do you want it to go? You're in control. You're the power. So try to build yourself up into a great state. You could use meditation. You could use affirmations. You could use songs that get you pumped up. You got to get the right state on to put the right costume on before you go out the door. There's a lot of tools for it. But yeah, basically state building in the morning, getting ready for the day that's coming. You got to be fucking ready. You got to be pumped up. You can maybe do some exercise really quickly in the morning, breath work. A lot of this stuff can be used as a combination. So that's number 6. State building, what did I say? Wake up with intention. You're going to wake up with intention. My day is going to go great today. Today is my day. Everything is going my way. You've got to start to feed yourself these things. And that leads me to the next one. Last one, and the most important one, I think, is self-talk. So self-talk is how you talk to yourself. So a lot of us talk to ourselves like a little fucking bitch, like a little bum, like a little peasant. Like, oh, what does he mean by that? What did he say? Like, oh, what do they think of me? Oh, God, like, what the fuck? You're giving people power on the outside of you, or you're talking about other people within yourself, like in a negative way, and then you're surprised why they're rocking up in a negative way. You're sitting there, and you're going, oh, God, fucking Trudy at work, she's a real bitch, isn't she? She's always carrying on and then fucking blah, 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 blah. Or you're saying, oh, God, I'm always sick. I can never get a break. I've always got an injury. I've always got this. I've always got that. Like, you're talking to yourself. You're feeding yourself shit. Your mind, which is fucking God, which is the universe, which is the creator, right, is listening. So you're feeding it. Whatever you're feeding it is what you're going to get back in your reality, right? Once you feed it, you feel a certain way. And one of the Hermetic laws, and it's proven by science now, everything is vibration. So whatever you're feeling because of the thoughts that you're thinking, that becomes your vibration, and your vibration becomes magnetic and attractive to those circumstances. So if you're talking to yourself like shit, people are going to turn up like shit. You're going to get shit in your life. But if you're talking to yourself, like I said before, like I am the king, I am the pharaoh. So I'm not finished. My phone overheated, so I'm not finished here. So I was talking about self-talk, which is the most important one. Your mind, which is, again, another Hermetic principle, is all is mind. So we are all within the mind of God, the universe, Allah, source, whatever you want to call it, right? And the communication and the self-talk that you have within yourself, that is a direct communication with the all, God, the universe, as I said. So whatever you're feeding your mind, God, is what you're going to get back in your experience. God does not pick a side, whether it be good or bad. He gives you what you give yourself. So by talking to yourself in a positive manner, you are going to get positive feelings, and those feelings create your vibration. Again, a Hermetic law, and science says it these days. We've caught up far enough with the ancients now that everything is vibration. And what you're vibrating is what you are attracting and what you become a magnet for. So getting your thoughts in the right direction, and the self-talk, which is actually the thoughts, gets you going in the right direction towards what you want to happen. So the self-talk is so important. So most of us, our self-talk is terrible. It's about others. It's about ourselves in a low concept. So we see ourselves shit. So it's like, oh, God, I'm never going to get a break. I can never get this job. I'm always hurt. I'm always sick, blah, 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 blah. You're telling yourself a story that you don't necessarily want to experience. You've got to start telling yourself a story like, I am healed. I am strong. I am capable. I am safe. Every day I get better. Every day I get stronger. I am fit and healthy. I'm capable, and bit by bit, it's not going to happen overnight, but basically a lot of us have got into us wired these limiting thoughts and this limiting self-talk, and it's been given to us from others and, the media and society and all this sort of stuff. And it's kind of like, the blind leading the blind. It could have come from parents, or it could have come from teachers and that sort of stuff, telling you to be, think less of yourself than you actually are. So you've got to change that self-talk up. It's so important. It's, the main thing. Firstly, you just got to be aware of what your self-talk is currently, and then switch it to where you want it to go. If you want something that's going to help, build this, is you can use affirmations. You can just use music that makes you feel good, just like the morning kind of state building. You just want to put yourself in a good state. When you feel good, you think good, you know what I mean? And then the loop from the thoughts to the feelings continue to go. So first, you just want to become aware of actually what your thoughts are now and how they're making you feel. And just like, as I mentioned with meditation, you're not trying to stop the thoughts, but just let the thoughts be. Just be indifferent to it. Just be like, these people in front of you that are carrying on, fucking, just sit back and be like, oh, yeah, he's having a bad day. Just let it be. Sometimes the thoughts are going to come in. Let it be. Start creating your own positive self-talk for yourself to keep your vibration high. And when your vibration's high, you're going to attract good things. All right, so that's seven habits that literally saved my life. So I try to implement all these, and the more that you do them, the easier they get. And as I said, if you can just do one of them, it could change your life tomorrow. So like and subscribe, share this video with someone that needs better habits. If you're going to give, one of them a crack, comment crack in the comments, and tell me which one you want to give a crack on. If you need any help, I can send you some information. Hit me up on Instagram, or email me, whatever you want to do. But, let's get working here. Enough of the sob stories. Now I'm going to give you concrete facts and things that you can use to better yourself. So if you're ready to rise with me, baby. Let's fucking go.